Honorable Balaam Barugahare Atenyi has arrived. There he is, our man has arrived. That's the Minister for Youth in the Gender Ministry and is our chief guest today. I now hand over to Parade Commander.
My sister, Helen Seku, Commissioner Patriotism, the Deputy RCC, the person in charge of police in this region, the job these patriots don't want, parents, Museveni, the first teacher of this school, the first black teacher of this school, Museveni Tukukunda, because we are here because of your foundation. Thank you very, very much.
Asante sana.
Congratulations to all of you. Thank you for your successful completion of this patriotism course. Just like my sister Helen says, His Excellency the President is proud to have you as his grandchildren. He sends you greetings and is a hobby of this school he believes in a nearby future he will come, probably may attend a prom with you here. Do you want him to come for a prom? Do you want him to come and attend a prom with you? How many of you want General Museveni to come and attend a prom with you? How many of you want General Museveni to come for empowerment lecture here? Empowerment. How many of you want General Museveni to come for a party here? So you want a party more than empowerment. So the General, Museveni, he says he wants you to live a good life. He wants you to focus on education. He wants you to pass. He's very, very much happy that he's seeing us grow. It's the same reason why he promoted me as well to a position of a minister of young people.
Asante sana.
The president has encouraged you young people to resist and to say no to alcoholism. He said he doesn't want to see you drinking alcohol. At 8 years, he hasn't tested alcohol. So he says do not take, avoid taking, and also if you don't take alcohol, then also don't smoke. Patriots are good people. The country depends on you, the patriots. So the president wants to see you loving your country, and he wants you to say no to acts of impunity. He wants you to say no to acts of corruption. That is very, very important. He says you are the champion of tomorrow. So you champion anti-corruption crusade. The president doesn't want you to he doesn't want to see you associate with corruption. I want you to repeat that. He doesn't want to see you associate with. So tell your parents, if I told some of them are corrupt, that the time for the corrupts has come to pass. And then the president asked me to give a message to the dear parents of Untare. Anjizire mbagambe tunabakunda. Kana anjizire muri abazayirebe because he's a student of Untare. But ansabire mbamanyise taro programs za government, especially empyake y'abakyara eya grow. Agambire mbamanyise that program of grow, it is a World Bank funded program. Erimu billion Rwanda. Bakazi emitwaro mukaga abali mu business. So okuba oli mu business wehandise na MP wawe kichweka kino kyambarara or nearby districts. Register with them or ask the district cow how that program is accessed so that you enroll for that program where money is given in a grant form. It is from the World Bank. Then also he told me, I tell the young boys who are here, especially those of you in senior 5, but you have businesses. When you go for holidays, you have your shop and you have an association. He says there is money for youth livelihood program. So let us go and also pick that money. The district production office at the district, sit the cow, will guide you on how to apply. You don't need the security, you don't need the title. All you need is two referee, people who will say, we know him is a man, Mutabani wa Karuhanga, Mutabani wa Barugahare. That is all you need. They will give you that money. It's a revolving fund. Use it properly well, and that money will help us. Then, furthermore, the president says there are so many other programs of government where you can borrow money. But I believe those programs may not benefit the parents of Untare. You may not be looking for 5 million, but you can tell the relatives and the dependents to go and tap into those programs so that they can get out of poverty. He's encouraging the farmers of Ankore and Bunyoro, the cattle corridor, that we should resist to partitioning our land. He wants us to use our land well. We can have few cows, dairy cows, that give us more yield than having a magana gente urukumi, but when you cannot generate 1,000 liters of milk. Of a young man who went and borrowed 5 million recently, 7 years ago, in the youth fund. He used it to start a salon in Kabalagala. After a few years, he started a second, a third salon. Now he's training people of Gambia on how to use little money borrowed from government to get rich. This young man came to cabinet on Monday. He told the president that he's now a billionaire. So that is a case study of using less and becoming rich. We were not lucky to have these programs when we are growing or when we are starting business. I'm a hustler like most of you parents. So for you, the children, these parents sacrifice a lot. I've seen most of them don't have Land Cruisers. They have Ipsum and the Corona. But the reason they are having Corona, they are spending 2.5 million shilling to educate you at Intari. Some of these parents have even more than 4 children. So he's spending 10 million every 3 months. So he needs 30 million a year. But then you are here for 6 years. 30 by 6, what do you get? Who knows mathematics? What do you get? How much is it? I can't hear you. Come here. Come here, Patriot. Who can say it? 30 million by 6 years.
Hello, Patriots. Do you love Uganda? Are you ready to sacrifice and serve Uganda? Thank you very much. Our dear Honorable Minister for Youth and Children Affairs, the Deputy RCC Mbarara City, religious leaders present, the local leaders present, the DPC Mbarara, our parents, the forces present, the Board of Governors, our first head teacher, the commandant for this camp, the head teachers present, our graduating students, my staff from the National Secretariat Patriotism present, the coordinator for patriotism in this region, ladies and gentlemen, I once again take this singular honor to thank God for a brilliant day and for the gift of life for each and every one. I greet you all in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. And dear participants, I bring you greetings from Jaja, the senior OB of this place, that is none other than His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. And he congratulates you upon this successful completion of the training. First of all, I want to thank the head teacher, our former student at Nali, who's now practicing what he learned at Chankwanzi. For organizing this training, it takes a patriotic mind to dedicate 7 days of the term for such a training. I also want to thank the parents for accepting to leave your children behind for extra 7 days. At the same time, I thank the Board of Governors for allowing to sponsor this activity to happen. And also to our senior patriot and a patron, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for rolling out this program throughout the country. Patriotism was launched by the President on 14th Feb 2009. That time I was in my senior 6. I am one of the pioneers who underwent the same training, and my instructors were not different from the same who have been here today. One of them is the Commandant, Major Emoit Sam, who trained me.
Asante sana.
Afande Juma Chinene, the RCM, and Afande Kato Kaganga. Those were my instructors when I was a little girl. But by God's grace, I now head the same institution 13 years down the road. At the same time, I'm the private secretary to H.E. the President on Youth Affairs. By God's grace. To our patriots, at the beginning it may have appeared like a punishment, waking up very early, which you're not used to, and waking up by 4 and doing those extra exercises. I understand how you be looking forward to go home at the end of the term, and then you only hear news that you're staying back. However, I want to commend you for staying and for taking on that training like champions, the Lions of Mbarara and Uganda. In doing this, you have fulfilled your constitutional duty and responsibilities. This training is not a mere formality. It is the creation of the 1995 Constitution, where every Ugandan has a duty, and the citizens of this country all have a duty to be patriotic, to love our country, and to love our neighbors, and to undergo such a training. it's also the duty of the state to sponsor the training. That's why these UPDF officers are here. Thank you very much, Afande Emoit and your team. We are confident that the instructors have taken you through the different elements of patriotism, but allow me to emphasize a few of them. One is loving our country, to love Uganda. Loving Uganda doesn't mean that you shun all. Loving Uganda means you shun all evil, you shun corruption, you shun tribalism, sectarianism, religious differences, and be united as a country in order for us to achieve and be a greater nation. The second one is to be disciplined. As students, we require a certain amount of discipline while at school and back home. Respect your teachers, respect your parents, respect the elders, and you shall live longer. Another value is to be God-fearing. The Bible says, the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. A patriot who fears God cannot be found in any corrupt scandals. A patriot who fears God shall do the right thing at the right time in the right place. A patriot who fears God shall even be wiser and do the right things with the society, the community, and the surrounding. In patriotism, parents, we also teach these children to be hardworking. It's not bad if parents shower the children with much love. Like what we were watching last week, a senior 6 student coming with a chopper, an aeroplane for a prom, senior 6 leavers party. That is very good, but at the same time extremely dangerous. Imagine if you're not there tomorrow. What happens to that child? So we train them to be hardworking, teach them that yes, such life is good, but they also have to put in efforts. It's the reason they have to read hard, and read hard, and read hard while at school, because it's the major objective they are at school. Another value is to love knowledge. Today, being an ICT generation, we the UB40s, Ugandans below 40 years, everything we ask Mr. Google. Even when how one is to eat, they will always want to ask Mr. Google. But it's also good while we ask Mr. Google to exactly know what to ask and love knowledge, do some reading, get the right information in the right place. I'm one of the Bazukuru's chanced to even read what happened in the past that I didn't know, because I can access Jaja's library and do the reading. But what about others and such information which is not on internet? Internet is for everyone. You cannot differentiate the correct and the wrong. However, it's upon our patriots and the parents to join efforts and guide the children on what type of knowledge they should acquire. Even the Bible tells us in Hosea chapter 4 verse 6 that my people have perished due to lack of knowledge. I expect these patriots who are here today to be well informed, and they are not going to remain the same after undergoing this training. Another value of a patriot is to love East Africa. Yes, East Africa means we should be that brotherly, we should have the brotherly connection with Kenyans, Tanzanians, Rwanda, and all the surrounding countries. Imagine we are promoting agriculture. If we all produced goods that are too much to be consumed by our own people, where shall we take the rest? And our goods have to pass through Kenya or Tanzania. It's the reason we just have to have that undugu, brotherhood, so that when our products are too much, like how the sugar was in ginger, we could always get market in Kenya and the surrounding countries. I therefore encourage the patriots to love East Africa. Another value of a patriot, we must love our environment. There's been, recently, there's been a very little challenge. The swamps are being destroyed. We are cutting trees. We were doing some monitoring in West Nile and went to a district called Zombo. In Zombo, everyone plants a tree, family to family. But they plant trees not in ignorance, not that because they are protecting the environment or something. However, for them, they say, it is the only business they have. You plant a tree is just 6 months, they cut to make charcoal. So when we took there the gospel of patriotism, first we encourage them to do the fruit trees. One, the fruit tree will give you shade to protect our environment, but you will harvest some money out of it after some time. It's the message we're encouraging these people. On 19th April 2024 at Chitevi Secondary School, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda and Mama, launched a campaign called National Patriotism Environmental Protection Campaign, which we are championing throughout the country, encouraging parents, students, and all patriots to plant fruit trees. In the end, we shall harvest money and also protect our environment. I therefore do the same to these patriots. At least plant some 5 trees while you're at home this holiday, instead of loitering in the village, going to bed, going around the village. Stay home and plant some trees. In the next 10 years, you'll enjoy the same trees that you're planting. We are also teaching people how to protect our environment with the waste, the plastics, the buveras, the bottles. How are we doing it? We encourage people in the swamps, on the road. Then I imagine it's only in Uganda where such freedom is too much. In other countries, you don't do it. I was forced to tell my soldiers that you park and stop that taxi, pick the bottles and show them that next time they shouldn't do it.
Asante sana. May all leaders do the same.
Yes. And us, in patriotism, with the president championing it, this is how we open our water. We fold this paper because we are protecting the environment. Then get your thumb, fold the bottle, fix this paper there. So that after taking your paper, your water, the covers remained in the bottle and you put it in the right place. As they say, we came from dust back to the dust. So you fold the paper and tell it that you, Kavera, you came from the bottle, I'm putting you back into the bottle. This is the only way we can protect our environment and avoid the too much litter.
Asante sana.
I encourage you to copy that same. And I believe you patriots who are seated there with your bottles and those buveras, you will pick them. Start now. You will pick them and throw the bottles in the right place. We want you to leave this school very clean. That is what we call patriotism. Even at home, wake up very early in the morning. You've been waking up at 4. Do the same at home. The good thing, parents, have had you. Wake up at 4, clean the house. Before your parents go for work, give them breakfast. Can you imagine? Instructors, it means these people have learned nothing and forgotten nothing, like Napoleon. Mr. Headmaster, please allow us to continue the training. So that is the tree campaign we are carrying out at the moment throughout the country. Finally, we should love ourselves and love our school. If you know that you're a patriot and you love yourself, your family, country, and continent, and you know that the community, parents, and the country depend on you, you cannot live your life in a very reckless manner, engaging in irresponsible sexual behaviors like homosexuality, even having sex at an early stage, allowing money from sugar mummies. How many boys here have sugar mummies? By show of hands. Say no to those sugar mummies because they are destiny killers. It has been reported that in Uganda today, every 7 days we register 600 HIV/AIDS youth who are positive. So I'm wondering if we are safe. Therefore, it's a campaign between you and me, the parents and society, to fight together and see that we put an end to this scourge. Because if every 7 days we are registering 600 youth who are HIV positive, then I'm wondering by the end of the year, what shall happen. We should therefore take caution, protect our lives, and say no to sex, abstain until you get the right partner. And report those sugar mummies who may want to seduce you in the villages there and say, I will give you pocket money and dollars, come and sleep with me. Report them to your parents. Report them even to your teachers, even teachers. The other day I was reading a story online that a senior one student in Paris impregnated a biology teacher. What rubbish is that? Was the student doing a practical lesson on the teacher? It was very embarrassing. Therefore, teachers, take caution. A senior one boy, imagine. It is very embarrassing. In fact, that is aggravated defilement. Me being a lawyer by profession, I really felt I needed such a client. Because how can a senior impregnate a biology teacher? Therefore, I encourage our patriots to really keep discipline, undergo the same training, carry out the same discipline wherever we go, and we shall be good to go. We shall save this country and those to come after us. This is the reason why this very year we are rolling out a training for all people who are in senior 6 vacation, the students, so that they undergo the same training. By the time they get to the university, they shall have a clear ideology in their heads and know how to do the right things with the right people and the right place. Not to involve themselves into politics, cheap politics that diverts them from development. Dear patriots, I once again congratulate you upon the successful completion of the training. And as I said, I brought you greetings from Jaja, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, Senior OB,